pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezy Prince, like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the number one team. Let the world know what's your fantasy. I was in there. I was looking at the intro, and it's Brandon Ayuk doing dirt to them Rams. If you watched the last, welcome everybody to What's Your Fantasy. We are your host, Wayne Breezie. It's the one and only Peachy. What a day, Peachy. This is my 5th show on the network today. This is my 5th show.
Been going strong all day.
Yeah. I'm probably going to crash like the Bandicoot. Remember Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation?
Love Crash Bandicoot. Those are my games.
Oh man, it was like the fake ass Sonic the Hedgehog, but they was trying. Like they were trying. It wasn't the same. Nothing trumps Sonic, but like Mario, but it was different game. But shout out to everybody out there. Peachy, I hope your day was well. How was your day?
It was okay. It was pretty busy. I'm glad it's over. Busy between Peachy's regular job and Peachy's other job of managing this one over here. And trying to make sure that everything is where it is and everything like that at the same time. I'm a multitasker though. That's what I do. That's what I've done for decades, multitasking. So,
You do it well. You do it very well. Welcome back from Pittsburgh, because I'm sure I worked you to death in Pittsburgh as well. It was crazy. But I'm glad to have you. Glad that you're a part of this ride. Everybody out there, shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew. They are in the building early. You got to send a quick shout out to Mike. 7 months. 7 months.
Right.
And 5 more months, because last time I checked, 7 plus 5 equals 12. I was struggling with math early this morning. I'm like, what the freak? We played 12 times. We played 11 times. I couldn't figure out. It was just throwing me off. I'm like, you know what? F it all. I don't care at this point. But shout out to Mike, man. Appreciate it. He said he caught the end of the last show, but fully in on this one. This is your fantasy show. JP Hellahard 2800 is in here. Right. We'll be chilling with him, Peachy, when we get to Seattle. That's going to be a great time. Him and the family out there. Miss Debbie's in the building. Hey there, Peachy and Wayne. Let's talk about it. Blessings to everyone in the chat. Remember to hit the like, y'all. Miss Debbie, I'm hoping these 5 shows today helped you get through your long, strenuous day out there. Because it's crazy. I'm taking a break tomorrow. After Madden, I'm going hiatus. All right? My man Raphael 562 is in the building as well. He wants everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Raphael 5629ers. Appreciate it. You know what? Peachy, fantasy football week 1 was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley, terrible.
Exactly. It was terrible.
I realize I say this every year, but I'm in way too many leagues. And next year I'm not going to do as many leagues.
But you say that every year too, and then you turn around and anybody asks you to do it, sure. When is it?
Because I just love, you know what I think I love most about fantasy football? The draft. And the mock drafts are nowhere near. First of all, you don't get a grade from the mock draft.
Right.
And you want to know like how well did I draft? But even if you draft well,
we're gonna get to that next one, Mose.
Even if you drafted well, you won't ever really know. Like I could tell you this, right? Like mock drafts are cool for practice and wherever you would land in like draft ordering and how you kind of would go. But because they don't grade you in the mock draft, you don't know how you're going to be graded throughout the system. So you draft double wide receivers, blah, 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 blah. And the minute you draft something that shouldn't be drafted, your grade goes down. So don't pay attention to those grades. Mose says it was effing trash. He's talking about this weekend. Mose popped in. I thought he was going to be a guest on the show today. But Mose popped in. He would have to create another graphic. Shout out to Mose with the What's Your Fantasy backdrop here. He would have to create another box. So Mose, you can't join it till you create another box. Yeah, put Mose to work. It was crucial, Peachy. Like, all right, like biggest news. We'll start with injuries, right? So let's go through the injuries. Obviously, the biggest injury was Aaron Rodgers. Now,
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers probably wasn't highly drafted on people's draft teams. You probably got him like late and you know what I'm saying in the
Yeah.
draft or whatnot. But him being injured, I was projected to win a lot of teams because my
Yes.
draft strategy, Peachy, was don't worry about the quarterback.
Right.
No one's thinking about Aaron Rodgers, and I'll pick him up.
He was going to be the wild card for a lot of people. He was going to be that one that they were just going to, like when you're playing spades
Yes.
and you're just chilling and you're just going along and everything's good. All of a sudden, you just pop them out. You just start popping their magic cards out and running the table. That's what Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be in a couple of weeks.
It's supposed to be.
All
And
right.
Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers suffered an Achilles, and he's going to be out for the season.
Yes. The good news is that he said earlier on IG that he would be back next season.
Man, I don't care about no damn next season.
I know. I'm just.
He need to come back this season. What the freak? Like, and here's the crazy thing. Today is Wednesday. This is the day we do the show.
Yes.
You had to put your claims in on the waiver wire like Monday, Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So they clear by Wednesday. So hopefully you get who you wanted off the waiver wire.
Whoo.
Yeah.
I
So
tell you.
I don't even want to pull up my fantasy teams, but I will say this. I won in a nitty-gritty league. That's the only league I won in. I beat Peachy.
Going against me. Yes, he did.
But, I mean, it was a good matchup, and it's unfortunate that... Let's start with that first game because I thought Patrick Mahomes was trash. Like, he didn't have Travis Kelce. Oh, Kelce.
And then on the Detroit side, Jahmyr Gibbs,
I thought he was going to ball out.
which pisses me off, but it's not Jahmyr's fault. So I'm definitely mad at the coach for not putting him in more because that's literally what ruined 3 of my leagues was Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'm not happy about it because he could have been a superstar for fantasy. He could have put him out there a whole lot and had him just running around doing whatever against that whack Chiefs defense that was out there. And he chose not to. And it just pissed me off really bad because I needed him so much. So much.
I didn't realize you had him in our league because I needed him too, but not for our league. And this is why you don't want to do multiple leagues. This is why it's tough.
Right.
I didn't realize Peachy even had Jahmyr Gibbs. It projected our game to be like 0.03 something close.
Yes.
You know, Steve-O says don't put all your eggs in a basket. I didn't put all my eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket. I drafted my team very well. I thought he would be a great quarterback to pick up round 9, 10, 11, 12.
Goodness gracious.
I drafted well, and now, but you know what? I didn't pay attention. The backup quarterback. My backup quarterback, y'all, is Derek Carr. Barack Niner. I DM you. Are you in our Liner Rombo? I thought I was in the Rombo League. I got blasted in that league. Is that why you on here? Barack Niner. You came in here to talk how I got beat by 40 points in that league. See, he think he's slick.
He came in here to talk trash.
Came in here to let everybody know. He know damn well I'm in that league. Ain't no other Wayne Breezy. I got thrashed. Oh man. Wow. It's tough. Oh, let's talk about this. All right. The injury report. Kenneth Gainwell. I didn't know he got hurt. Ribs.
Yes.
Aaron Jones, hammy. J.K. Dobbins, Achilles, out for the season.
He's out for the season, yes.
Austin Eckler, ankle injury. Travis
He's not
Kelce.
practicing yet.
What?
Eckler's not practicing yet. No.
Always. This is the last time I draft Austin Eckler.
Travis Kelce, hammy. He's on IR, as everyone knows. He will not be playing this week.
Wait, he's not playing again?
Or not? I'm sorry, I did one more. I was looking at Kelce and Kupp at the same time.
Hold up.
Kelce is projected to play. Cooper Kupp is not because he is on IR.
Okay.
So.
Well, did they place Cooper Kupp on IR? Did they place him on? You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I thought that they did.
I was looking for that.
Let me make sure.
Well, according to Rudy from the Ramelia Sports Report, Cooper Kupp is playing somehow, some way. I'm like, when next year?
All right. Well, let me see. Let me make sure.
I don't know if they officially put him on there. I want to say that they did. That's what I thought. But like I said, I just got off of a Rams podcast cross stream. And man, he is confident that his rookies are going to do due diligence against this experienced 49ers defense. Look, Austin Eckler, I love him to death, but he always gets injured.
That's why I got Josh Kelly waiting in the range.
Yeah, but some people picked him up, so he gone. Okay,
and you are right. They have not put him on IR, but he is going to be out for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Patabo, he's not there. Like they're playing with it. They're gonna play with it. They're gonna probably check him out week after week, see if when he can go.
Does the fantasy thing have Kupp on? Let me see whether that changed today, because today's Wednesday and that's when all that stuff happened. So let me look at my fantasy list real quick and see if Kupp, if they officially put him on IR.
I thought I put him on the
IR.
Did.
Fantasy IR.
Well, yes. Because I think
so he's designated.
Because if you're out or if you're on IR, you are allowed to place that player on the fantasy IR.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but you have to be ruled out from an injury. You can't be suspended.
Right. He is on IR for 4 games. That's right. Yeah.
So we'll see. They might do it. They may not. We'll see it. We'll see what happens with Cooper Kupp.
I know he's not playing this weekend because they've already.
We damn sure know he's not playing this weekend. All right. So guys, look, pay attention, man. Injuries around the league, they're gonna pile up week after week after week.
Yes.
After week. It's just football. Let's talk about the top 10 scoring leaders.
Yes. Let's do.
Who is this per, Peachy? Who do we use?
Fantasy Pros.
Per Fantasy Pro. I just want to make sure I put and give credit to where credit is due. You know what, Peachy?
And we would love to be sponsored by Fantasy Pros.
So then you got to reach out to them. That's how you do it.
Exactly. I'm on it. I got it.
All right. So reach out to them. Let them know. Bam. All right. Here we go. So top 10 scoring leaders per Fantasy. This is PPR full.
Yes. Full
okay.
PPR.
Full PPR.
Yes.
1 point per reception.
Yes.
All right. Man, I'm looking at this list. So number 1, Tyreek Hill, 44.5 points. I knew I should have drafted Tyreek Hill.
Right.
And I bypassed him.
And what is insane is this is all that Breezy has been talking about. Like, even before fantasy started, he was talking about, in my fantasy league, I make sure that the first person that I get is Tyreek Hill, because I just have a feeling he's just going to have one of them kind of seasons. He's going to go off.
Wait a minute. So, my boys that I grew up with, every year we do fantasy league. And usually we get together, we do the draft. This year we did it via Zoom. And this fellow, Nick, one of my best friends, said that we're going to switch to Sleeper, and it's going to be a keeper league.
Yes.
You are allowed to keep one player. And my one player, Crystal Peachy B. B stands for Brown, because we related.
Right.
Crystal, my one player that I chose to keep was Tyreek Hill. And somehow it didn't end up being a keeper league. And somehow he got put back in the pool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because he switched it up on a brother. He said, we'll do it after this year. Then why'd you ask us to pick a player?
I would have been.
Nick, I'm furious, bro. And I know you watching. And you laughing because I'm cursing you out without saying the bad words, bro. Oh, they
my
have 44.
goodness.
I got thrashed in that league too. Thrashed. Tyreek Hill, 44.5 points. Number 2, the Cowboys defense put up 37 points. Listen, every week there's going to be a defense that's just going to be an outlier, and it's
just going to dominate.
If you had the Cowboys defense, congratulations.
Good luck. Yeah. Good luck to whoever you played, because I'm sure that they lost. If you had the Cowboys defense could carry you that far, that's so crazy.
That's crazy, Peachy. Yes. Crazy. Peachy, number 3. Who's number 3 on this list?
Number 3 is it's BA1K Brandon Ayuk.
Offensive NFC Player of the Week.
Right.
Brandon Ayuk, who showed up and showed out against Patrick Peterson and that Steelers defense. He put up 32.9 points.
Yes, he did.
And why did they let him end on 129 yards? They couldn't get him one more catch. And how come the moment I put out a tweet, right? I said, listen, Ayuk may go for 150, and they never threw to him after that. Kyle Shanahan be watching my tweets, bro. I feel like he don't.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. He be watching the tweets.
It's crazy. Then number 4 is Jacoby Myers.
Yep.
29.1.
He's dealing with an injury, concussion.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
He hasn't cleared the concussion protocol yet, so there's a possibility.
That's correct.
If you have him, he's a Raider. He may not play this week.
And guys, some of these just come down to the matchup of them having, just a great week. I mean, you do have those outliers like Hill, who it doesn't matter who he goes up against. It's just going to be.
He's unguardable.
You know what I'm saying? But you do have some players that are going to be on here that it's just the matchup was just, just like, butter for them or candy or whatever you want to say it. Number 5, Tua Tagovailoa.
I hope I spelled it right.
28.1.
He was the best fantasy quarterback in football.
And it also helped that he had the best receiver.
It did, but I mean, he still put up the best numbers.
Did really well. Now, again, going back to the matchup, the Chargers got a lot of injuries, got a lot of crazy things going on there on defense. But
who's injured in their secondary?
No. That's what I was gonna say. I'm talking about on the front. I'm not talking about their secondary.
Who's injured on the front? They're missing Joey Bosa and
it was Joey Bosa, and I think there's 2 other players. But the whole point was there's nothing to do with it because Hill just burnt their secondary to a crisp. So it didn't matter. If they didn't have a secondary out there,
if they didn't have a pass rush,
right,
then I can see why Hill would take advantage of the secondary.
Exactly.
So Bosa, Khalil Mack didn't play either?
No, I don't think so. There was a couple of players out on their line that were not there. But like I said, you still Tyreek Hill, it doesn't matter who it is. He may not burn them as much, but he would definitely roast a few. Number 6 is Aaron Jones. 26.7. And the Packers. I tell you what, this Packers is going to turn out to be fantasy gold. There's quite a bit going on in Green Bay.
They beat the Bears. Come on. You just sat here and talked about matchups.
I did, but it's
the Bears.
I still think Green Bay is a little like fantasy underrated. Like I think that they're going to be better than people thought they were going to be.
It's number 7. Bears. The Bears are trash. Don't go to number 7. We're going to stick here and talk about how trash the Bears are. Justin Fields doesn't have an offensive line, and for some reason, he's going to sit there and struggle again, and they're probably going to have a top draft pick so they finally can get him some help on the offensive line. Like, it's the Bears. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's
it's the
fine.
Bears. Like, I thought they would be better. They let me down.
Yeah, the Bears let a lot of people down. They had my boy Fields in the race for MVP. And everybody was
not after week 1.
How did you even come to that conclusion yet? So anyway,
preseason, just like they had Kenny Pickett.
Preseason Pickett.
Mm-hmm. PP.
Number 7, Austin Eckler, 26.4.
I mean, you expect him to be in the top 10 every week, but now since you're telling me he's dealing with this ankle injury, gosh darn. But,
Yep.
I mean, week 1, he's a banger.
That's right. And then number 8, Stephon Diggs,
Another dog.
26.2.
Another dog. Now, this is what I'm expecting Tyreek Hill to start to average, like, as the season kind of mellows, like, gets...
Yeah.
26, 27, 28, maybe a 30, 44.
Every once in a while. I'll tell you what, though. Diggs look pretty great. That's about it for Buffalo.
But it's crazy, like, because how did he look great? Josh Allen was hot project.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yep.
Here we go. Here come all the people that I'm in the leagues with. This is why.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go.
Yeah,
they was waiting for this show. They was waiting for this show. That's okay. I got smoke.
Good
I got the smoke. They coming in here. I got you. I see you, ATJ, nephew, and Turbo 977. Don't worry, your comments is being starred.
Just waiting.
They late too.
The show, right? And number 9 is CMC. Christian McCaffrey, the FedEx Ground Player of the Week.
FedEx Ground Player of the Week. Congratulations, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, 249 players that are doing things in fantasy and in the league, right? They don't care about fantasy.
Yeah, 25.9 is what he had. And then last but not least, Mac Jones.
Who?
Had 25.1.
What?
Mac Jones.
All right, so
came in 10.
Okay, Mac the who? What? The where?
Macaroni and Cheese Jones himself.
I don't know if he macaroni, Tony, cheese, whatever. He balled out. Listen, he almost beat them Eagles too.
He sure did.
I know Eagle fans don't want to hear that, but they
were
was
very,
about to be
very close to it.
They were going to be flying out of New England.
Right.
You know what's crazy about this list, Peachy?
What's that?
I don't see Josh Allen. I don't see Patrick Mahomes.
Joe Burrow.
I don't see Joe Burrow. I don't see Justin Herbert.
Yep.
I mean, those are the top quarterbacks.
Those are the usual.
I don't see, what's the kid, Jalen Hurts not up here?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
We wasted all that draft capital.
Exactly.
No Lamar Jackson?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow. Listen. Go ahead. Nope.
I was just going to say, there's so many. We expected to see Saquon Barkley up here. No Saquon up here this week. DJ Moore.
I mean, Justin Fields is... never mind. It's a project. I'm not going to call people trash no more.
Right. That's
a project.
Right. We're not going to call people trash.
It's a project. He's still a project. Turbo wanted me to point this out, and he's lucky because I only do this to members of the Breezy Bunch crew, but I wanted to give him his flowers. Yo, he had 45 points from Tyreek Hill. And then he gonna put good game, bro. This was one of those Madden players that be cheesing in Madden and they beat you by like 900 points and then they still say good game at the end. Like that's good sportsmanship. Ain't no good fucking game. You beat the snot out of me. You don't gotta say good game. I know I got my butt whipped.
I know. I can't stand people that do that. Like they beat the crap out of you. It was a good game. It's like, bitch, it wasn't no good game. A good game for you. A good game for me. So just say good game for me. Don't say good game. Because it ain't no good game whenever you get your butt whipped in fantasy.
Oh, man. What's up, Melissa?
Hi, Melissa. So Steve-O says that Lawrence scored as much as Mahomes. He sure did. D-Law was going, yeah.
But listen, Mahomes without Kelsey, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now he would have had
Trevor Lawrence, I meant.
Yeah, he would have had a better game if his wide receivers would have caught those passes, but you know, it's unfortunate. We got a super chat from ATJ. Want to review my team live, fam. Congrats on your wins. I ain't win. I don't even. Did I win in your league? This is my nephew. I don't even think I won in his league. But he wants to come on.
Is this the one when we were talking?
Yes.
And you were drafting at the same time?
Yes. Did I draft Aaron Rodgers in this league?
And they were choosing your players.
Right, because they were right. They were at the draft.
They went and cleaned out your queue.
Right, and I'm all right. So they was watching me draft. Yeah. You know what? Let me hit me up on WhatsApp. You got WhatsApp, ATJ? Hit me up on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link, and we can review your team.
He said that yes, you did.
I had Aaron Rodgers for real. Fuck. Sorry, y'all. I ain't cursed really much all day.
He's been really good today on his shows. He has not been saying crazy words. While Breezy is pulling this up, we are about to do something real quick. So we just went over the top 10 scorers of the week. Now we need to talk about a panicking because it's getting kind of serious here. We know that Joe Burrow was horrific this week. Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, DJ Moore. These guys, even though, you can't panic after week one, gotta kind of be wary because it was really crazy. This was actually Joe Burrow's worst fantasy performance since he's been in the league. It was really bad.
He was the worst player to me in fantasy football. I didn't know what you was talking about. He was the worst player in fantasy football.
Jamar Chase was not good because of Joe Burrow. So I blame Burrow for Chase's production. And Chase cost me 3 fantasy leagues. So I'm very mad. Between Chase and Jahmyr Gibbs, that's what messed me up. Yes, T. Higgins, that sucked too. Because he got nothing. Like he literally got nothing. And that makes it even, yeah. Like he got targeted and nothing. So I'm with you guys on that for real. Kadarius Toney, we all know that we need to just cut him. So he just needs to be cut. If he's not already cut off your fantasy,
it's like they won't even let me cut him, Peachy.
Cut.
I've been trying to cut him.
They won't let you cut.
Like he's uncuttable or something. Like I tried to cut him after he should be literally cut from the team.
Be cut for real.
But I tried to cut him, and it's like they won't even let me cut. Turbo.
That's crazy.
Thank you for the super chat contribution, bro.
Turbo.
But he did say something I wanted to add to this, and this is what I love about him, right? He says, to be fair, I had Kelsey and Higgins, man. Like, Higgins ain't supposed to... Let's give my man Turbo a super chat air horn round of applause. It was his first super chat contribution, by the way, to the channel. I did have them out. Kelsey hurts. Kelsey is a walking 25 points a week.
Yeah, Kelsey hurt my fantasy league that I had been in for like 1,000 years or whatever. Just this one that we just do for free. It's just for bragging rights, whatever. I was like, Kelsey just destroyed that. Like I couldn't rebound from that. I couldn't find the tight, like I couldn't get any of that.
I love the comments. We'll bring my nephew on here in a second. We're gonna go through his league, go through his team and his league. This is the league that I was drafting in live on the air, so we're gonna review his team. But Rock, I was just playing with you, bro. I know you wasn't talking trash. We family, but it's all good. But yeah, that's me. I do know Russo, man. That's me in there, bro.
So Scott Burrell's fantasy service crashed with everyone cutting Tony. That's what happened. Everybody was trying to cut him at the same time.
We were trying to cut Kadarius Toney before the game ended. I think that's what happened.
That's what it was.
He looked at his hands like something was wrong with his hands. No, something wrong with your eye-hand coordination, bruh. Your hands are supposed to be strong.
It was so bad. It was really bad. So they have Dalton Schultz on here. My bad. I was crossing it with DJ Chark.
Are we talking about the worst players?
For the panic to
yeah.
The, panic meter. They got Dalton Schultz. We know where Dalton Schultz is now. That's going to be just, the Texans players, be careful. That's all I can say, man. Don't be, what I'm saying? You got to be very, very choosy about who you choose on the Texans. I would literally just go with like the running back.
Yeah, but
And
they ain't even use him.
maybe the receiver. It may get better. Chark just got because Ridley just went crazy. Calvin Ridley just went crazy. That's kind of what happened there with that. I don't know what their game plan is down there, but only one that I can think. Me too, Steve-O. I had Schultz in like 2 of mine.
I'm about to drop his
I had
ass
to
too.
started too. But I have to remember that the Texans are a young team, and they got a young quarterback and everything. And you have to keep that stuff in mind when you're doing.
If they got
fantasy,
a young quarterback, then you do 2 things. Number 1, give it to Dameon Pierce. Number 2, Number 2, get the goddamn ball to the tight end. That's your best friend for the next 3 years. That should be his best friend.
Have a good game.
Who's their offensive coordinator? He's the issue. He's got to go. He's got to go. Listen, let's get my nephew on here. Let's go through his team real quick. We'll finish up your list, man. Hold on, nephew. Let me fix this banner. It's not made for 3. All right, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, Uncle Wayne, man? Nice to meet you, Peachy.
Nice to meet you as well.
Let me check and see how I did in your league. Once Aaron Rodgers went down, it was a wrap. I was gonna win.
No. You had Fields in my league.
He's garbage.
Yeah, when I said you did, I was saying that you won. Like you're actually.
I won. I won.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're actually number
win.
1. You're actually number 1 in the league, I think.
Oh, well, that's good. All right, then.
Let me go check, man. I was so scared to check some of my leagues. That's what happens when you be in all the leagues. All right, here we go. Let me go check this league. I just want to see. Now, let's review your team, bro.
Breezy was on such a losing streak that he was afraid to go check out.
No.
Wait a minute. I beat At Your Girls, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yo, I whipped that ass. 141.54 to 99.58. I'm a monster.
Who was your biggest
I'm a motherfucking monster, baby. I think I had the Cowboys defense.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, they went crazy.
I mean, that's all you need.
They went crazy.
I had that Cowboys D.
Is that what you had?
I'm trying to find the damn thing. I was just there, and then it just disappeared because I hit a button. Hold up. Give me some seconds. I'm slow. My
Bronco
team.
Niner. This is a Laker shirt. This is not the Viking shirt, and purple's my color anyway, so that's why it's nothing to do with the Minnesota Vikings. Stop being funny.
Hold on. Money league.
That's right.
Week 1.
Stop
All right,
funny.
here we go. Justin Fields was
shirt.
hot garbage. He got me almost 15 points. Nick Chubb.
I was surprised you took him.
I did because I thought he would run the ball more. Like, I thought he would be more of a running, scoring type of a quarterback. Sort of kind of like what Hurts was. Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs was mid, but I had Ayuk too.
Okay. So that helped too.
So Ayuk, Tyler Lockett, his ass can go to trash. Schultz, we just finished bashing him. Ramondre Stevenson, he was all right. The Cowboys defense got me 35 in this league.
That's what it was. That Dallas defense and Ayuk.
Tyler Bass hit that 50+ yarder field goal.
Yeah, and the kicker.
So I got 13.
Tyler Bass was probably one of the best kickers yesterday.
Good point.
Sunday.
Here's the thing, nephew.
Yeah.
You know why I had to put Dalton Schultz in the game? Because Travis Kelce
was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever I'm playing is about to get massacred, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was interested because I was looking at our whole league and I'm like, all right, I think like I feel pretty strongly about my team, but I was looking across the league. I'm like, yo, Wayne is like the only one that's really gonna give me some real problems because I feel like we stacked up pretty nice.
Bro, Josh Jacobs just really getting back into Raider form. Nick Chubb is still in form. He didn't score a touchdown, so he had 16 points without a touchdown, bro. Like, look, this team gonna be a problem. I don't expect Dallas defense to do what they did, but
no, they won't every week. No,
I need Kelce to come back in the game.
Yes,
on my bench, 13.4 from Madison. Jamal Williams had 7.2. Russell Wilson. So I might teeter between Wilson and Justin Fields depending on the matchup every week. I might go back and forth with them. Both quarterbacks ended up losing on Sunday, but Cooper Cup's on the IR too, because when he
Yeah.
comes back,
Tyler Bass.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Anybody out
yo.
there? If Tyler Bass is available, go get him because this
This-
dude right here is obviously going to be a kicking machine this year.
I don't think Tyler Bass is going to be available
Looks
in
good.
anybody's league, yo.
Hmm.
So you know what the question is? I'm willing to cut Schultz. Let's find out who's available because I just in case Kelsey can't go again, I might have to pick up Higbee, Ferguson. Hayden Hurst had a good first week with
I was
Carolina.
gonna say how you feel about Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, I
Hayden
thought
Hurst
he
is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
That's
consistent.
a good one.
He's
Yes.
See, I
consistent.
thought about picking up Hayden Hurst.
Let me do it now. Why you here?
I thought about it, but then I was like, you know, I can't drop nobody first off, and then like I'm still holding on. I still got some faith on Laporta. Laporta's my tight
Oh,
end.
Laporta's gonna be nice. They wasn't using him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Now
They're not using
the only reason I didn't pick up Hayden Hurst is because I had Dobbins. So I
Oh, he-
needed to
I
I needed to grab another running back to be back up to full strength.
Yes.
So let's go through your roster, bro. Who's on your
Sure.
who's I could do it from my phone. Like matter
Yeah,
of fact.
please. Yeah.
All right. So let's
That way I
go
don't mess
to
up the video.
let's go to league.
Golden Elite, that's me.
Yeah. So Lamar Jackson is your quarterback.
Yes.
Yo, he got Bijan though. He got Bijan and Derrick Henry. And
Bijan
Calvin
is
Ridley.
so much fun to watch. That dude
Yo.
is amazing.
Oh, your team is stacked, fam.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lamar Jackson, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Sam Laporta. Zay Flowers had one of the best rookie turnouts.
That was all. Yeah, Zay was good.
You had the Dolphins defense, and you have their kicker. On the bench, you got Brees Hall, Chris Godwin, Anthony Richardson, Michael Thomas, Ezekiel Fumble Elliott, OBJ, and then you must have picked up Hill
Yeah.
from Baltimore.
Yeah. I worked hard on it, man. I worked hard all season long. I was like, what am I doing? I said, this is the year I'm going back to run heavy first and figuring out receiver
I
later.
hear
'Cause I
you.
felt like there was so much depth. I was like, really was my guy in fantasy before he got hurt, you know, or before he left the league and all that stuff, or whichever, what have you. And I was like, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be everything that he was and more. I was like, he's gonna be my wide receiver one. I'm gonna get a stacked run, and then I'm just gonna figure out the receivers from there because I got good quality receivers. At least I feel.
Yeah, I mean, you're really stacked in the running back category. I think your receivers, in my opinion, like they're the old school good, right? So they're still good, but will Baker Mayfield continue to just throw the ball to Mike Evans? And then but you're backing him up with his counter. Like you got Chris Godwin on the bench too, so that might end up getting you in a bind at some point. But
It
your
already
team
is because I couldn't figure out who to start this week.
You can't, and you don't put. I do not have Daniel Jones. You don't put. He did not get drafted by me. I would have drafted Brock Purdy over Daniel Jones. Seriously though, like I'm trying to figure out what I need to do because Tyler Lockett ain't it. Like, he got hurt, didn't he? Tyler Lockett got hurt and had to come back in the game, but I have no other wide receivers. I think I'm gonna have to cut Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, I was mad at you for that move because I had my eye on him.
I thought he would. I thought him.
And I'm mad at you for J-Mo.
I had to take one of them getting cut, so they're gonna be in the pool. Because I gotta get, if Tyler Lockett is unhealthy, I gotta make sure I can stack up, and my wide receivers ain't ready yet.
All right. So Breezy, Barack O'Connor is saying to let him get Miles Sanders, and he'll give you Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I don't even think the Chiefs like Clyde
I don't think
Edwards-Helaire.
they do either. I mean,
Let me go to that league.
They
real
basically
quick.
use McKinnon and what's the other one?
Pacheco.
Yeah,
Pacheco is the guy that they really going with, and
Pacheco's
McKinnon in
the
the
guy.
yeah.
Pacheco is the guy.
Yeah, McKinnon is like their third down back or whatever they got going
All
on.
right, let me go to this. Let me go to this
Catches the ball.
Rombo Sports League so I could see how bad I got beat. It was pretty bad. Oh, I lost by 20. I lost by 18. Told you the math ain't mathing today.
You faced Tyreek Hill, didn't you?
Huh?
You faced Tyreek Hill, didn't you?
Damn, they gave me a D plus. They gave him an A because he won. That's corny. Hold on, let me tell you who I had week 1. Let's go back to week 1. T. Higgins, bro, 0 points. Like if he would have gave me them 15 points that he normally get, it's a matchup.
He had 8 targets.
And he missed on all 8.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
I gotta go watch that game. And then guess what? Guess who on the bench? Guess who on the bench? Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers on the bench.
Zay Flowers.
On my bench. And this is why I get mad.
Man.
How did I didn't even look. How did Addison do? He went off.
He had 16 points.
Up.
I lost by 18 points.
But Zay, just if you'd have had Zay.
T. Higgins gave me 0 points, bro. You can't do that.
That's
T
crazy.
on 8 targets. What's wrong with you?
Some defense finished. I can't remember which one it was, but like negative. I think it was the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like -3, something like that.
But
Some
how?
crazy number.
Did the Chargers, did the Miami Dolphins defense score?
I had their defense. I think they went -1.
Okay, because they both gave up over 30 points, and then when you go over 30, it comes down.
Yeah,
now, if they
it does. It
score on
starts
special
minus,
teams, or if they score on defense, then you get those points.
Yeah,
you know
it starts
what I mean?
doing the negative stuff. Exactly. So, but
Fantasy football is tough, man.
So, Miss Deb had a comment. She said, "Do people in the chat, do you guys believe Brandon Ayuk will score more fantasy points than Deebo Samuel this week?"
This week, nah. I don't think so this week.
I think this is a Deebo game.
Yeah,
I think Deebo is going to be the one that has the fantasy point.
Yeah.
Between these two.
And the reason why I say that is because of the type of defense that the Rams like to play. They like to play zone. So when you play zone, you get to bust them up with the screens.
Yep.
You know, those quick throws that we watch Deebo take to the house. The halfback tosses, the touchdowns. So I don't think I'm not saying Brandon Ayuk still doesn't put up number 1 wide receiver numbers, but I think this game is meant for the Yak to be a part of the game. So if this is a Deebo week, last week we played against a man coverage team, and so it was Deebo. I mean, it was Brandon Ayuk 1-on-1, and he won every single time, all 8 of them, to be honest, like all 8. So unless the Rams decide to play man coverage, which I hope they will, I want them to. I would go with Deebo. Deebo's always starting in my lineup, so he started in some of my lineups. But
Every match that you don't really have at the Rams have been like grudge matches. Deebo's like, you got to get in there and you got to get your elbows dirty. You got to get in there and really just like pound some heads. That's Deebo.
Yeah.
That's what Deebo likes to do, and that's what Deebo does. They don't have Jalen Ramsey anymore, so I mean, you know, I think Deebo's gonna feast on that secondary, and he's going to run them over just like he did when they had Ramsey and the other guy that was back there. I really think that's what they're going to do.
Between those two, who do you two feel that between those two will finish the fantasy season stronger?
I mean, it all depends because I still feel like Deebo is utilized more as a weapon. So you'll get runs, you'll get yards from that, and if he gets the touches, Deebo though is a big play guy, so he's not gonna get the targets like Brandon Ayuk will get. So it all comes down to, for me, it's all gonna come down to like how he's utilized. Now, Brandon Ayuk can run screens as well, but he's not as quick and shifty as Deebo, and so you don't want to get him beat up, banged up, or whatever or whatnot. You want, you know, him running his routes, him winning the one-on-ones on the routes, getting open, finding the holes in the zone, If he does that and Brock is able to hit him, then it's good. But I could just throw a 1 yard pass to Debo, and then you just kind of fall back and let the magic happen. And usually, especially against the Rams, it'd be 60, 75-yard plays. So that's why in this game, Peachy and I were at the game, bro. I was like, yo, can I just get one play? Just one. just one magical screen. They wouldn't do screens in that game. It was no screens. Man, it was man to man.
He was begging for. He was like,
Begging.
I just need something for
Peachy was at the game with you.
Yeah.
I'm going. I just got tickets today. I'm going to the Miami New England game this Sunday night.
It's gotta be classic.
Yeah,
it's gotta be classic. Up there in Foxborough. It's probably gonna be cold. You're gonna have fun, bro. You're gonna have fun.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Lots of fun. Listen, man, thanks for joining. Hey, man, if you
Thanks
free
nice to
and
meet
you
you.
want to go through this, and this could be a little part of the segment. Matter of fact, what we'll do is every week we want to get somebody else on to review their team. How about we do something like that, Peachy? You know, that sounds cool, right?
Yes.
Nephew, I appreciate you. Love you, man.
Absolutely. Love you too, man.
Thanks,
Peace,
bro.
Peachy.
Peace.
Nice to meet you.
That was fun.
That was great.
Hell yeah. I didn't even know I won in that league, Peachy. I'm so depressed. Because you know how
you was going through all your leads and you're like, lost,
and I was driving too, Peachy. So right, because you know if you win, you get the celebration animations.
Right, it has all the stuff in the front. I was going through mine and I ain't seeing none of that hardly. I think I won like 4 leagues out of like 12.
I'm like, man, this is for the birds, yo.
I was waiting to get my celebration. Nothing came up. I clicked on it to see how bad I got my butt beat.
This is for the birds. Peachy, let's talk about these risers and we'll get up out of here, right?
Okay.
It's a lot of them, right? So Puka Nacua, wide receiver from the Rams, balled out. You can see in standard leagues he had 11.9 points, but if it was a PPR league, 21.9 points. Justin Hill, running back, you saw nephew picked up Justin Hill. I just talked about him. They lost J.K. Dobbins for the year. Standard 12.9 PPR, same. With Kyron Williams, running back from the Rams. He had 2 touchdowns on Sunday against the Seahawks, 17.4 standard and in PPR. Joshua Kelly, Peachy mentioned this particular type of running back from the Chargers. I wanted to call him San Diego in standard and PPR, 15.1. Here's a name that 49er fans should be familiar with. His name is Kendrick Bourne Supremacy.
That's right.
Yes, wide receiver, 18.24 points standard, 24.4 PPR. Gus Edwards, another running back for the Ravens, 5.2 standard PPR. It's kind of like if you're going to get Justin Hill, you might as well free up another spot and get Gus Edwards. You don't know which one is going to be that guy. And then we got some more. Kenneth Gainwell, 7.4 standard, 11.4 PPR. Tyler Algier, running back from the Falcons, 21.4, 24.4 PPR. Hunter Henry, tight end, old man Henry. Patriots, 11.6 standard, 6.6 PPR, and a name I've never seen, Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver for the Saints, 14 standard, 19 PPR. There's some guys out there on the waiver wire you're going to want to pick up. So I hope you guys are paying attention. Check them out, see if they're available on your waiver. I would grab one of these players, especially now. You did mention Kenneth Gainwell is dealing with an injury, right?
Yes.
So you might want to put
Not sure about him. It's not looking good. It looks like that Swift and I forgot the other guy or whatever. I think they're probably going to be splitting some things. Another important fact is Kyron Williams has just been made the Rams running back 1.
No. Over Cam Akers?
Yes. Yep. He beat him out. And he's now running back.
He's not a rookie, right?
Chart.
He's from Notre Dame. He went to Notre Dame.
Right. So he's Kyron's if you can grab Kyron, it might be a good idea to do that. I'm not saying it might be a good idea this week against the Niners.
Don't play him this week though. But if he's available, you might want to scoop him up.
Right. And keep him on there because he has jumped Cam Akers on the depth chart.
Are you serious?
Yes, running back 1. Yes.
So the dude
They made him running
Gets
back
2
one.
touchdowns. I think he finished with 50 yards. Hold on, do I have this? I had it open at one point. I used to be so prepared, which I still am. Look at him. I'm still prepared. All right, here we go. Rushing. 15 carries, 52 yards. Cam Akers was the bell carry, and this is why. You ready, Peachy? He only averaged 1.3 yards a carry. Off of 22 carries, Cam Akers only got 29 yards. Now he had the long of 12, and he got a touchdown. But Kyron Williams, running back, 15 carries, 52 yards, averaged 3.5. Good luck though. That's not gonna work against the Niners.
Right. Kyron started the game, and Cam Akers came in under cleanup duty. That's when they knew that there had been a change in the running
but
back
that doesn't make
status or
sense
whatever.
if he came up in cleanup duty, because he had 7 more carries.
It said that that Kyron Williams is the clear running back one, that he played the majority for the Seahawks, and the more efficient one, Akers, with padded stats with cleanup duty. So I guess after the game was out of control, I guess that's when they brought Cam Akers out there.
Okay.
So,
I don't remember the game really getting out of. I guess it did
Kyron.
get out of control.
yeah, it kind of did. It was 30 something to what, 13, something like that.
Yeah, but it kind of it's not like they had a crazy lead and then they kind of went on cruise control like the Niners did against the Steelers. It was closer toward the end of the game, and then things happened. But hey, look, pick him up. He's available. Drop Cam
Definitely.
Akers, get Kyron Williams if you're that. That's what I would do. I'm gonna try to jump off this show so I can go ahead and get him. Peachy, any final thoughts going into week 2? Joe Burrow, are you starting him week 2? He usually he's consistent having bad week 1s.
Aren't they playing Baltimore? I'm trying to remember who are they facing this week. Let me look, because I have them unfortunately on my 2 of my fantasy teams. Joe Burrow, you're facing yes, they face Baltimore. That's crazy that
Divisional game,
they
huh?
gave the Bengals 2 back-to-back division games. That's really crazy.
That's back to back.
Yes, back-to-back.
Wow.
I'm nervous about starting Joe Burrow this week. Golly, that's so awful for them to get 2 back-to-back division games like that.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, Joe Burrow is consistent in having bad week 1s. 3-point-something points is bad. I don't think he's
Surely
gonna
it won't
play
be.
that bad.
Surely not. Surely not.
There's no way he can be worse, right?
Yeah, they're I've been on pages where you have them the Browns talking about, that the Browns team took it personal when Jamar Chase said they had elves or whatever, that they had like extra oomph into it and they were determined to do whatever. But it's not just that. It's just that their offensive line apparently looked horrific. Hopefully it'll look a lot better. I know that they moved someone, I forgot, and brought in someone. So I think that's what it is. It's also young, so I guess that might be part of it. But surely Joe Burrow will not have 2 back-to-back bad games, because there's one thing about him in fantasy, like he's never done that yet. He's never had 2 back-to-back bad games.
Okay.
So hopefully, he'll be able to get through Baltimore and have a pretty good fantasy outlook.
Interesting. All right, guys. Final thoughts, Peachy, from you, and we'll get on up out of here.
I like to thank everyone for tuning in. You guys are amazing. The interaction is superb, and we really appreciate that. If you guys would just keep sharing this out, letting people know about this little fantasy show that we have on Wednesday nights, we would really appreciate it. Like Breezy said, every week we will bring somebody on so that you can tell us about your league and like who you started, on your team, on your roster and everything. And that will be a lot of fun, because that was a lot of fun having Breezy's nephew on here tonight and
It was.
having him do that.
and me not knowing that I won.
Right, exactly. Breezy not knowing that he even won in the first place. But hello, Dawn. It's nice to have you.
Welcome, Dawn. I'll give you some air horns. Thank you for joining the stream. We appreciate it. Are you into fantasy football? We hope so. If so, you want your team reviewed, make sure you send us a message and we'll go ahead and get that happen. We'll get you on next week, Dawn, if that's something you're interested in. All right.
We can definitely do that. All the players that we brought up, you guys just keep those in mind. When you jump off here, try to see if you can grab some of them if you need some help, like I do.
Like as soon as we finish,
like right now,
I have the leagues pulled up. I'm going to work. I'm probably already late. So listen, I worked all day. I've been working since 7:00 this morning, getting shows prepared, sending out the stuff that I needed, getting the stuff from Peachy so I can up. Like this is my 5th show. I have not gotten a chance to check any of my fantasy stuff yet. So I'm going to work right after this.
Well, Dawn, if you need any pointers, all you got to do is just hit us up and we'll be more than happy to assist you in any way possible. So for
sure. And if you would let us know what team you are a fan of. If you're a Niners fan, kudos. All right. You'll get the touchdown, San Fran. If you're not, you won't get any celebration. But if you're a Niners fan, you get the touchdown. But let us know. Like, we would love to have you on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Yes.
Feel free to click that like button. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you really love what you see, you could become a member of the Breezy's Bunch crew, the best damn crew in the place.
That. It's growing.
Amen.
It's growing fast. So
Amen.
We're definitely happy about that. We do have different shows, Dawn, so just peruse around and check it out, because we also have an NFL show that just started last night for any NFL, any team, any fan that you are. That's fine. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that makes it even easier.
We got another Niner fan in the building. Hey,
got you. Yeah,
hey. That's what I like to hear. Listen, tomorrow. Listen, guys, tomorrow, make sure you, I think 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing the Madden Challenge, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're going to be at work, trust me, make sure you have headphones in, because you don't want to get fired. I will be doing the Madden Challenge tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it changes, I'll make sure I make the amendments. It might be a little bit later. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
And things like that. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you guys on What's Yo Fantasy. Peace out, y'all. Hey, look. Ruining dreams under pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezy, Prince, like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the #1 team. Let the world know what's your fantasy.